Hey everybody, Wisdom here. This is going to be our round 3 results video. As you know, or I guess you can tell, the layout here has changed. Reason for that, and the reason this video is not up when it should be and when I wanted it to be, and why you don't see all the Newlander upgrade videos or anything else. Don't have internet. Roughly the last like 3 to 4 weeks, it's been really bad, particularly on the weekends. I would just basically crawl and then get to a point where it didn't even recognize, the signal coming in. Called in, it's cable internet, should be the fastest you can get. Called it in, this is like day 15 of the ordeal, roughly. They put us off for an appointment. The tech came for the first appointment last week. Resolved absolutely nothing. All he basically did is confirm what I told the call center, and that was that I thought our ground line was bad and the modem was archaic, and he confirmed that and then conveniently slated himself or someone else to show up 8 days from then to possibly resolve the situation. Since that time, I've recorded some of the giant upgrades. When I started in with swarms, I made sure to kind of gripe about it there since it was like the first video. But that said, won't dwell too much on it. That's why it's like it is. Just if you're watching this and not round 4, I'm probably going to have to extend that one just because, not everybody, gets on Twitter, Facebook, or Google Plus to keep up with stuff. For my credit, I got somehow, one night at like 5 in the morning, there was enough of a connection I was able to actually go in and create the round 4 polls. And then I think shortly after I posted to Facebook that I had them created, I was just completely offline again. But nonetheless, this setup here is our round 3 matchups again. Somewhere out here, Chase McCain's hidden. It's very easy in this one. There's not much to hide him behind. I kind of try to make it like an arrest scene or something. But, our first matchup features Newlander Hot Dog, who is currently undefeated at 2-0, going up against Warnado, one of my favorite characters, also 2-0. 36 total votes in this one, the way it panned out. 21 for Hot Dog, 15 for Warnado. Like I say, I try to, not subject my opinion until this point in time when it's the results. As much as I like Warnado, I think he's really cool and plays very well. I think in battle mode, wouldn't be too hard to be Hot Dog and beat him. That said, I feel like I could easily also defeat him with Warnado. Factoring in gameplay, I personally would probably come in and, select Warnado a little higher, but I can see why people would select Hot Dog there. So Warnado will fall to 2-1. Hot Dog improves to 3-0. Next one features one of my favorite characters once more in the Castaway Dino-Rang versus Newlanders Shroom. Shroom comes in winless at 0-2, has not performed very well. Dino-Rang comes in 1-1. This one, as you might expect, went heavily in the direction of Dino-Rang, doubled up on him. 25-12 was the final tally, plus 13 margin of victory. Dino-Rang, I can pretty much manhandle anyone in battle mode. That said, Shroom, he's not as bad as I think people think he is. It's just when faced with these 8 Castaways, I don't know that he's going to fare very well. There are a couple of times I think he might have a chance, but he's really not that bad. He's just not, maybe the most exciting or anything. Overall, gameplay-wise, I've got to give it to Dino-Rang anyway. But again, Dino-Rang will improve to 2-1. Shroom remains winless at 0-3. Guess that kind of balances things out with Hot Dog there. Next matchup, I thought this one could be pretty epic in terms of the competitive nature. We have 1-1 Sunburn coming up against Pop Fizz, who is technically 1-0-1 right now. He tied with Camo, and I've yet to kind of get to create the sudden death pull, which is I think what we're gonna do. Stay tuned for that one. So essentially, he's undefeated, but he's tied, so kind of 1-1s, if you will. That said, pretty close. This one had 37 total votes. Margin of victory was only 5. Win in favor of Pop Fizz, 21-16. Depends on the path you take. Both characters are pretty even in my book in terms of gameplay. Again, I haven't gotten to do a lot with Pop Fizz. Haven't taken Best of the Beast path yet either. I keep waiting for Light Core Pop Fizz so I can get Punch Pop Fizz the best path. But I could see it going either way. I mean, I feel like if you give me Sunburn, I could beat Pop Fizz. Similarly, with Pop Fizz, I could beat Sunburn. Story mode, they're both pretty good. Sunburn kind of has some unique abilities, as does Pop Fizz, but Pop Fizz just kind of carrying over that insane popularity he has, takes the victory. This will put Pop Fizz basically 2-0-1. Again, undefeated, but he has tied. Sunburn surprisingly falls to 1-2. Our next matchup, as you might forecast, isn't exactly the marquee of this round 3. It features the Castaway Newlander, Camo, who was 1-0-1. Again, he tied with Pop Fizz. We'll figure that out here shortly. He is going up against Sprocket, who was 1-1. Narrowly took out Boomer a while back, if you recall. This one, again, as you might have expected, relative landslide. 37 total votes. Margin of victory was +17 for Camo. He took Sprocket down 27-10. This means Sprocket will fall to 1-2. Camo, meanwhile, improves to 2-0-1. Again, potentially undefeated. We'll have to settle the score with Pop Fizz coming up. Our next matchup, I thought this one could actually be pretty good. It kind of depends how people are, looking at the poll battles and everything. But we have 1-1 Boodude going up against 1-1 Frightrider. This one was a pretty narrow margin. Only had 35 votes. I say that because most of the other battles were 36-37. Those 2 votes make a big difference. As it turns out, Frightrider speared Boodude 19-16, taking a +3 margin of victory. This means the Magic Castaway falls to 1-2, while Frightrider improves his track record to 2-1. We'll slide them back. Our next matchup, I thought this one personally pretty intriguing. I know I'm probably in the minority there. 2 winless characters. 0-2 Boomer going up against 0-2 Chill. The way it panned out, 36 total votes. Again, that extra vote could have played a difference here. We got it up, same margin as the others. But the way it panned out, it was a +2 margin of victory. And Boomer fans around the world rejoice. He took Chill down 19-17. Personal opinion here, I would have to say, again, I could make a case for either character. I could defeat one or the other. As much as I like Boomer, the lovable loser, if you will, I'm a big Chill. Apparently, there aren't many Chill fans, I've come to realize. But I think with Chill's base upgrades in either path, I could probably come in and take out Boomer. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go Chill. That said, still really like Boomer. And he's actually, again, I can't stress this enough, if you get Boomer and you actually take him down either of his paths, he's a very, very good character. That said, he did pick up the win there, kind of avenges his loss to Sprocket. I don't agree with that one. I think he would have just manhandled her. But again, a 19-17 victory. Boomer will take what he can get. Next matchup, Undead Elements Castaway Ghost Roaster, the ghost with the most Pain Chain Skullmaster, going up against Starter Pack Extraordinaire Jet-Vac, the Newlander. As you might expect, given that Ghost Roaster is 2-0 and Jet-Vac came in winless at 0-2, Ghost Roaster basically shocked and awed Jet-Vac 25-10. Again, you know, missing roughly 2 votes wouldn't have made a big difference in this one, but he more than doubled up on him, plus 15 margin of victory. This means Ghost Roaster joins the ranks of the undefeated at 3-0. Meanwhile, Jet-Vac, surprisingly again, falls to 0-3, remains winless. Interesting dichotomy there. Again, I feel like, I mean, with Skullmaster, it's such a great path. I could probably destroy Jet-Vac similarly. If you gave me Jet-Vac, I feel like I could take Ghost Roaster down. Story mode, it kind of depends on your play style. I'm actually a big fan of both characters. I don't know, it would really just come down to the given day, in all honesty, on that one. Our next one features Earth Element Newlander, Flashwing, coming in, also winless at 0-2, going up against the Crustacean Sensation Wham-Shell, Water Elements Castaway at 2-0, and interesting thing here, again, very tight race, 36 total votes, margin of victory, once again, was only 2 votes. For that 37th person, maybe you couldn't pick in this one, or, you know, something. If you would have, it could have been, I mean, a 1 vote margin of victory. That's again why I tell people every vote counts, particularly in these closer ones. The way the poll went, Wham-Shell took the mace to Flashwing, the Earth Dragon, taking her down again 19-17. Personally, on this one, no question in my mind, gameplay, battle mode overall, especially with super shards, I would take Flashwing over Wham-Shell any day. Again, I realize Wham-Shell's insanely popular. I'm not just sure if that's because he's just insanely hard to find. People still have that, you know, fever for him as if he was a brand new character. Or, you know, people just really like him, like his powers. A couple of the Newlanders, you know, Shroom Boom, Chill, Jet-Vac, Flashwing, not really getting much love in this one. Again, I think it's mainly they're drawing some tough matchups with these Castaways, which when you look at them, they're all really good characters. But, and still fairly popular. I mean, when you look at the ones there, Boomer and Boodude kind of fall into that, like, original nostalgia category, as does Ghost Roaster. He's gotten harder to find. Wham-Shell, now I don't even know if you can find the tower cases that easy. But on this side over here, Air to Life Element, Camo and Sunburn particularly still very popular. Warnado and Dino-Rang, 2 of my favorites. They're also somewhat popular still, given the time since they've been out. But again, I would not hesitate at all to say I would select Flashwing over Wham-Shell here. But that's the way it went down. We basically, just to recap, Hot Dog took out the undefeated Warnado and improves to 3-0. Shroom Boom falls to 0-3. Pop Fizz took out Sunburn by 5 votes. Camo absolutely slaughtered Sprocket. That was our biggest margin of victory at plus 17. Boodude and Frightrider both entered 1-1. Tight showdown, plus 3 victory for Frightrider. Boomer 0-2, Chill 0-2. Another tight race, a plus 2 margin of victory for the bombastic troll, if you will. That's the best I can come up with right now. Showdown here, disparaging. 2-0 Ghost Roaster, 0-2 Jet-Vac. Ghost Roaster improves to 3-0. And then Wham-Shell, similar situation, 2-0 Flashwing, 0-2. Wham-Shell takes the cake, improves to 3-0, while Flashwing remains winless. So essentially, what we see here, this back end of the Newlanders, Water, Air, and Earth, Chill, Jet-Vac, and Flashwing currently all winless at 0-3. Shroom Boom also 0-3. It's kind of countered a little bit by the performances you see from Hot Dog and Pop Fizz. They're tearing things up pretty well. Camo and Pop Fizz again have that tie. We're going to have to settle that one. Ghost Roaster also undefeated, as is Wham-Shell. So again, this is the round 3 results. We're going to slide everybody over 1 notch. Essentially, you'll see like Warnado and Shroom Boom. Hot Dog will come over here, take on Wham-Shell. So again, that'll be in round 4. So I'll get that video recorded. We'll take it from there. And again, I'm likely going to have to extend that one due to the internet issues. It's just kind of been a big problem. But again, big thanks to everyone who voted. Hopefully your favorite or preferred character came out on top. I know sometimes it's hard to pick one in these matches, but round 4, that's going to have some good ones in it as well. Again, the polls have been up, but given the fact that I can't upload any videos at all, we'll have to take it from there. That said, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com, that's the blog. That's where you can keep up with all the latest. And in instances like this where I have no internet connection, the good news is, easiest thing for me to do is use Twitter to keep you updated. And the best news for you is that on the right-hand sidebar, I have a Twitter feed. You can kind of skim the latest news there. Click down. You can actually view the full profile, skim back, see what's been going on, everything like that. Plus, right-hand side, just below the Twitter feed, you should know what's there. That's going to be where we have these poll battles. Again, round 4 is slated to close Friday. I just checked it on my phone. There were like 8 votes in each one. Again, because nobody really knows that the polls are there. That said, I'll probably just stretch that one again until Friday. I'm thinking of just making Friday the poll cutoff day. That way I've got the weekend to get videos up and everything. But again, big thanks to everyone who voted. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, big thanks for watching, and a bigger thanks for casting your votes. Stay tuned. Next video uploaded is going to be the round 4 matchups.